The alternative factor, Star Trek Original Series Season 1. We're still in Season 1. We're getting close to finishing it up. I know this one isn't really adored by the fandom, but I'm going to review this using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. I'm not going to beat this one up. I'm going to give the storyline a 1. The reason I'm giving it a 1, so 0 is bad, 1 is good, 2 is amazing. I'm giving it a good because I like the idea. It was really neat. Star Trek is about ideas, and it does check one of my boxes, which is crew lands, finds alien or whatever, new planet alien. So that's like a 1 check right there. So they find this guy. He's flipping between 2 worlds. There's actually 2 of them, so there's different dimensions. There's a portal that's open. This guy's flipping back and forth. I can't give it the full score because there's a lot of weirdness where like you're just like, it's not really clear exactly like what's going on and why through him, but the idea is kind of neat. I just wish they could have, if they would have explored it a little bit more. It kind of just turns into, oh, guess when he's the other guy kind of a thing, and then, oh, the other guy is really the bad guy, and then he's really the good guy, or they're both crazy and they're just like flipping back and forth. Look, it's still neat to me. I actually I don't have really any hate to this episode. Season 1 has just been awesome for me. Like, there's been so many bangers. Perhaps this one is not to the standards of, Devil in the Dark or Taste of Armageddon or something. Sure, right? Like, okay, that's fair. But yeah, it was all right. I think that the crew, they didn't have much to do. Even if they figured out stuff, there wasn't much to do. That was kind of the problem with the story. So like, let's say Taste of Armageddon, you're like, okay, well, they're fighting this war. Well, if the Federation or if Kirk destroys these war machines, these computers, now they're forced to do something. Like, it's like Kirk is actively like doing something to either help the story along or prevent something from happening or make something happen. They're just kind of along for the ride. That's where my issues is with this one. For that reason, the pacing is also going to get a 1. It's a little bit repetitive, like, oh, look, he was hurt on his forehead, now he's not hurt, oh, now he is, oh, I don't believe you, Bones, you're just like, why is this going back and forth, right? Like, it's a lot of back and forth. It's like, did he steal the crystals? No, he didn't steal the crystals. Oh, they're misplaced. Oh, no, he did steal them. Wait, this guy doesn't seem like he stole them. It's just, the entire thing is just revolving around them swapping back and forth, and you're like, okay, I get it, he's got a scar on his head, so that's the other guy, right? So, but I'm not bored or anything. I just like, because there's nothing that the crew can really do but just stand there and watch this kind of happen. I'm going to give the artistry a 1.5 though. Like, I like kind of he's got this little ship thing. They tried their best to kind of do that negative space universe thing. That was kind of neat. They tried on this one. It wasn't just like, oh, we're just going to, like, whatever, like just quickly film it. I mean, it's still the rock quarry and all that. Music is good, everything looks good. I am watching the upgraded versions. I don't know what kind of stuff was upgraded exactly in this one, but yeah, it looked good. Like, it looked fine to me. I thought it was kind of neat. Like, it's this big rocky area and then Kirk's falling over and stuff, and so there's that. For the characters, I do have to give it a 1. It's always gonna get a 1 because Kirk and Spock, McCoy, I love those characters. So even if they're just standing around, kind of just there, I'm still excited to see them. Unfortunately, really, the side character, that other guy, he was like, he's not really anything I care about. Like, he died, and you're like, oh, that sucks, he died, and you're like, all right, well, let's go to the next episode. It's not like when a certain character dies in a certain famous episode with a city and forever in the title. When that character bites the dust, you're like, oh man, that sucks. This character, like, well, he's fighting in that parallel, he's fighting in that negative verse forever. Well, what are you gonna do about it? So yeah, characters, will give it a 1. For enjoyment factor, I'll give it a 1. Like, it's fine. I like it. I'm not gonna fight over this one, so I'm giving it a 5.5 out of 10. Which, look, it's Star Trek. If you say you only can watch 1 episode, this is not going to be it. If you can say you can only watch 10 episodes, this is not going to be one of the 10. If you say 15, it's not going to be one of the 15. And if you say 28, then I guess it's going to be one of the 28, because that's all. I don't know how many there are in season 1, 27, 28, whatever it is. So there you go. Yeah, I guess it's the weakest one, right? Basically. But I don't hate it. It was come to my attention, but my good friend Clobberin Times, who does a Saturday night Star Trek show. You got to watch it every Saturday night. Star Trek. They talk about all the episodes and they really like go through it, fine tooth comb, scrutinize it, and they're very good about it and very fair about it. This one did not pull very high with the audience. People didn't like it. I was not aware of this, like, kind of like dislike of this episode. I just thought, yeah, it's okay. Like, I'm not going to recommend it. If, maybe I'll do a top 5, video of the season 1 or something to close this out. But I didn't hate it or anything. I thought, it's all right. It was a neat idea. Neat idea needed better execution. That's all. At least it was an idea to try to execute. Like, let's face the facts, guys, because I've watched a few episodes of some of the newer Star Treks, and I don't want to get negative, but you're just like, oh dear, this is terrible. So at least there was an idea that didn't get explored enough or executed well enough, rather than no idea that was just executed poorly. So there you go. 5.5 out of 10. I don't hate this one. Like, maybe it's the weakest one of the season. It is the weakest one of the season, but I don't hate it. So there you go. If you like my stuff, if you like the space system, please like the video and also consider subscribing. That's it. Until next time.